Welcome everybody, welcome back, Numismatic Stacker. I'm your host Brian. Today I went to the coin show today, and I also got my CAC submissions returned today. So we're going to be a couple segments here. So we're going to go through all these coins. We're going to see if they're going to CAC or not, and then we're going to look at coins that I purchased today. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Okay, let's get started here. So I sent in some coins to my friend Vanquay Coins Bullion. Big shout out to him. Because I just think it's a less hassle. Whenever he wants to send in stuff, he'll notify me, and I'll want to send some stuff in too. I also have an honorable mention after the end of this. Basically, I felt like this was a nice original looking coin here. For a VF a fine 12, I thought it had a really nice looking surface to the coin. I didn't see like any distracting marks. I like the color. I didn't see any like PVC or anything like that. And so let's see if we got the bean on here. Actually, you can kind of see it still with this tape. Yeah, we got the green bean on that one. So that's amazing. Gosh, is that a beautiful looking coin. Now, this is going to add a little more value to the coin because this is basically on the high end of that set grade with no problems that weren't overlooked. Okay, let me put this down here. All right, so we got another coin here. We got an 89cc VF20. And, I think this is a great looking coin. I mean, again, the surface quality is very comparable to this one, I'm telling you. And for me to tell you, I think it's a good candidate for VF20 because we still have these feathers or these cotton leaves are kind of melted together at VF25 level. Then you start to see the separation. So I think this is is graded appropriately. And here's the back of the coin. Same thing, looks great. Don't see any rim dings or anything, any PVC or anything that may have got overlooked. And we look at this, and it didn't get the CAC. And if you guys have watched Van Quig, you probably have already seen these coins. I do think this should be back for reconsideration because of how original this coin looks. Maybe it's because, it is a monster key date. Maybe we'll just have to send it in again. Maybe we'll get lucky. So we'll put that over in the no pile over here. All right. This coin I've been wondering about for a really long time. Mint State 66, old green holder. Fantastic surface quality on this coin. Fantastic. But on the reverse, I thought this was just toning, but evidently that is PVC. So honestly, this one's really easy to say that she did not get the bean on this one. No, that's okay. So now I think I want to put some work into this coin because it's just a fantastic specimen. Okay, honestly, if I move forward, I'm going to lose the old green holder, but I think it's a really good candidate for that. I believe the best step now is to send this into PCGS, pay for it to be professionally conserved and reholdered. It could possibly upgrade to a 66 plus, because when I look at all the other Mint State 66 walkers that I have that are graded by PCGS, this one kicks all their butts. But it's that doggone PVC that I'm just going to let them professionally remove it, and we'll hope for the best. But I think that is the best way to move forward on this particular item. Okay, so now, yes. A shout out to Daniel Malone of Coin Help You. I purchased this coin from him in the last subsequent years. Got a really fair price for this. And, if he bought the coin, he's got a great eye. I had to have the coin. This is my only Mint State 67 that I have, and it's an 1880 San Francisco. Love the surface quality. Love it. I love the little frostiness to the coin. Flip it over again. Fantastic strike. Fantastic. Very low on contact marks. Did she CAC? Let's see. She got the green bean. That's a big one. That's a big milestone for myself. Yes, that was a great coin. I'm very happy to have that. This will add a little more value as well. Let's put that in the yes pile. All right, so then we have this coin. I wasn't sure, so let's really look at it a little bit closer. I'm looking at the toning here, and I'm assuming if there's any issue, it would be in this sort of area, this region right here. It might just have too blotchy of a toning. They could call that out and say that's questionable toning, but the reverse looks marvelous. Okay, so let's flip it over. It did not CAC. That's what I kind of thought. I thought it would be a good one, but you know, we're always learning. But I would have to assume there's an issue with the obverse. See if I can flip it over, see if it's like PVC or anything. I'm not seeing PVC on this coin, but I just think they just don't like the color. They're just going to call it out, and there's nothing really can do about that. So as long as we know that this was a no, we're going to move forward and put a price tag on that one. So that's going to be in the no pile. All right. Oh, this is a wonderful piece. So we got a Proof 65 1903 V-nickel. Okay, let's look at the both sides here. Let's really look at this coin here. So I'm gonna really zoom in here. So we got some dingy stuff on the holder, but also I think there are some hairlines, some fine hairlines right in this region that we didn't quite see. If we really look at it closely, there is. Let me grab this pen here. Like right there, there's a hairline right there. That's probably why she did not get the bean. But it's a marvelous piece. Marvelous. Probably it's about 20% away from being cameo. It's really close. But that's a very prized piece to have. So that's in the no pile. All right. So we have 4 no's and 2 yeses so far. Okay, so I believe I got this from Simon as well. Great price. VF40 XF45 1832 50-cent piece. Actually, one of his dealer trainees, I think his name is Jack. He suggested that he likes the quality of this coin. I'd send it in to CAC, and because of his advice, I took that and sent it in. And you can see that it did get it. I wish I used different tape, but we got a CAC on that one. That's really, really neat. I really like that. Very nice. I heard these were kind of rare to have a cap bust to get the green bean CAC. So I'm very, very excited about this one. So again, I'm in an acquiring phase right now. So we got 3 out of 4 so far. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, this monster is awesome. Dual toner. I got this from a customer a few months back. Got the 64 plus, and you can already see the little embossing there that yes, we did get the sticker. That is phenomenal. That really adds more eye appeal. And now here's the thing. It's like we've always been told, buy the coin, not the holder. Buy the coin, not the holder. Could that be questionable toning? Crappy holder. But would people buy that coin? Who knows? If you look at this coin, fantastic looking coin, but the holder. If you bought that coin, not the holder, would that be really good? But people like all these monikers on the coins because it's been professionally looked at, and it really gives them more stability in purchasing something, gives them more confidence. That's a great numismatic coin. I have one coin that I'm going to bring to you that I think will do very, very well if I submit it to CAC. All right, so I got this from a customer a few months back at a coin show. I think I paid about $52 to $55 for this coin. But, you know, I had a friend of mine. He's a dealer up north. His channel is called Up North Coins. Check him out. He's got a great eye. He showed me a Mercury dime that he had. It was like, I think it was a 44S, and it was a 65 FB. He got a gold sticker. And so I look at this coin. I mean, look at how marvelous. For a mint state 66, look at how original this luster is, how bright it is. It looks like it just came off the press, literally. I think this would be a very good candidate. Would I say a gold sticker or a green bean? Geez, it has a very good probability. I think it's a marvelous, marvelous specimen with a beautiful full torch on that. I'm going to consider that for my next CAC submission. So now we're going to move into some coins that I purchased today. All right. I got to shout out my buddy Simon from Van Quick Coins and Bullion. His channel is growing immensely. And the reason why I like him is because he's really honest. He's very kind and polite. And he also has fantastic deals, really low prices, and he always has new inventory, which means he's having a lot of good rotation. So every time I see him, he's always got some amazing new coins that I haven't seen. It makes it very interesting. So check out his website. I'll have a link in the descriptions below. So I purchased this from Simon, a few dollars over melt on all these Libertads. So we got 20 Libertads. I'm not going to take them out because it's kind of a hassle, but 19 of these are 2024s, and one is a 2015. All right, and I got one coin that I purchased from him today, and yeah, you know how hard these are to find. I'm glad to get another 2-cent coin in mint state condition. Look at this thing. If you watch this channel, you've probably just seen this recently. I think it's marvelous. And then the reverse has, you know, a little bit of the original mint's luster on it. Probably was in a holder facing this way, and it got more of that chocolatey brown on the obverse, and the reverse kind of got preserved a little bit more. It was kind of sealed off from the air a little bit. So, but that's a marvelous piece. So big shout out to Simon Van Quick Coins and Bullion. All right, so now I went to go see, again, Steve Harriet from Ufta Coins. Wonderful guy. Gave him some blueberry cheese because he really loves his cheese. So I got these amazing coins from him today. Okay, so I've had people ask me in the past if I had any lower mint state Carson Cities, and so I picked up this beauty, 1880 Carson City VF20 in a pcgs holder. Let's take a look at this thing. I think it's really, really nice. I'm gonna see if we've got any PVC or anything like that. You know, it is a nice VG. Could possibly, but you know, I don't think it's gonna CAC. You know, there might be something with the coin, but again, it was a very affordable price, and I think it's going to move pretty well. When I get ready for September, I'll start launching selling stuff back online and at coin shows. Okay, so we got this. Yeah, I know you're looking at that beautiful coin there. This one. The reason why I bought this is because I love the surfaces. We're going to flip it over. What kind of grade do you think that is? It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm trying to look at the hairlines, I really don't see any. These are just basically contact marks, as you can see right there. Very solid grade on this coin. I love the surface. I think for this grade, it kind of blows a lot of them out of the water for this grade, and it's in an old green holder. We got ourselves a mint state 63. 1883 New Orleans. I know we get lots of those, but it's the surface quality that I'm liking. I'm not sure if we got a little staining or if that's PVC. I don't think so, because I've been looking at it like this. It doesn't have, looks like it's been dipped too much at all. This really looks original. When I look at it this way, the frostiness, it stays preserved when I angle it. So I'm thinking I'm going to send this in because I've seen other coins that have the green bean, and they still have sort of this what I'm looking at right here. So I'm gonna say that's not PVC, because it's the PVC would be on the high points. Okay, so this is just toning or whatever it was in the album. It's just got a little crustiness to the originality of this coin. So I think this may be another candidate that I would like to send to CAC. Okay, now here's the big one that I bought today. This was a lot of money for this coin, but I got a severe discount on this coin. Beautiful cap bust. love this thing, and it's like it's a square base too. Just want to soak it in. What grade do you guys think this is? We'll flip it over here. Very nice coin. I seen the one. Where's my little pointer here? Oops. See right there. There's a mark on the chin right here. Otherwise, there really isn't any distracting marks. The rim looks very nice. I'm not seeing any dents or dings around the entire rim of this coin. Look at that. Just a nice piece, and I do agree with this grade. I'm going to try again to CAC and see if this one has a good probability of CAC. So we got 3 so far, all right, that we're probably going to send in on our next time. And also over here, I purchased a bunch of denares. Let's zoom out a little bit more. I basically got these for a few pennies over the exchange rate. So there's 13 of them in here, and look, he gave me like less than a third of the price that he wanted, because I just feel like, you know, these are really good investments just to hold on to, just in case, you know, something happens to their dollar versus our dollar. These could be really going up in price someday. It just depends on what happens to all the foreign currencies, but you guys know the scoop on those. So these I just lock up in my safe just in case one of those times happen. So yeah, it was a great spread today. So I'm going to lay these out so we can just look at them and see. These are the non-CAC'd. These are the CACs that we did. And where'd you go? Where's the dime? What the heck? Oh, there it is. All right. So, and then we got this new 2-cent coin today. So that's basically what we did today. There's a good probability on some of these coins to get a green bean as well. Possibly this one, I think, could be a gold sticker. It's a possibility. But like I said, I'm trying to, my goal basically now at this point is to get 19 more slab coins by the end of August, which I think is really easy. I'm focusing more on my business right now. It's kind of slingshotting right now. And I just want to have a totally new look, new inventory by September when these big shows start coming out. Because I'm trying to ditch all these like older, like these kind of holders. I just kind of want to move those. And I'm focusing more on NGC and PCGS and CAC-G. And I'm also looking for surface quality, and as well as VAMs. You guys know I love the VAMs. But again, surface quality is kind of like where 99% of coin collectors, that's where they're buying. And so I understand that. Instead of being like biased, like I'm getting things that I would like, I want to get things that other people like, but I'm starting to enjoy those things. Like, never had coins like this before, but everything I've been expanding a lot more throughout my journey as becoming a part-time coin dealer, and someday I can be a full-timer someday. But again, life is the way it is, and it's just a fun little hobby for myself. And hey, it's value. This stuff is based on demand more than it is on the volatility scale of, like, say, silver or gold. And basically, I want to touch base a little bit about silver right now, guys. You know, the price of silver is kind of going up. It's starting to shoot up. I don't want you guys to be buying for FOMO. Don't fear it. Keep buying silver like you have been when you have some deals and the price has, like, say, come down a little bit. Just be very forthright in buying things with silver. Buying silver. Silver isn't like money where you can just like buy your groceries with it. You know, that's kind of been over with for a while, but you can trade with silver because of the monetary system. Like for myself, like, basically, if you had silver and you wanted a coin like this, you know, I could definitely trade silver for a coin like that. You know, or you have, like, say you have a farmer that you buy some eggs or some meat from them, they might take silver, and that's a trade. So, but there's a lot of positive things that are supporting silver as the moment is right now. You know, with the mining sector, they're having a tough time getting enough silver. The demand for industry use for silver has increased. It's beyond what they're basically replacing it with. And the thing is, it's like if the price goes up, people are going to do what? They're going to start selling their silver. And there's basically billions and billions and billions of ounces of silver that's in private hands. It's a cycle that's going to keep happening. The price goes up, people sell, it goes into a dealer's hand, it possibly goes into a wholesaler. If the wholesaler can't sell it, they'll move it to a refining, you know, and then it goes into COMEX bars, and then those are used into batteries and stuff like that. I mean, you have a lot of positive things that are happening with silver that's going to push it. You know, gold's high, and basically silver is like that bratty little child that the mother's dragging with. You know, it's getting up there. You know, but then you have the lower interest rates are going to be coming soon. I think they're possibly talking 2 to 3 interest rate reductions, and you're talking about the solid state batteries in 2027, and some revaluation of assets should be coming up soon. So there's a lot of things. You know, usually we're in the summer doldrums, and it seems like that's not occurring this year. I think we're in a new paradigm when it comes to precious metals. They're going to hold their value. The value of the dollar, basically the U.S. dollar index, the strength of our dollars versus other foreign currencies has been going down a little bit. Actually, the peso has risen basically 1/10 cent per peso. You know, it's crazy. So when the value of the U.S. dollar index drops, gold starts to rise. Silver's been rising. It's been reacting to that. So there's a lot of good things, and you know, you guys all know about all the industrial use of all the silver is. I just personally wanted the silver. It was a great price, and I'm just going to hold on to it because I guess I have more conviction on the price of silver when it abruptly moved like that. For me to predict where it's going to be, hey, it could be 35, it could be 70, we don't know. But I feel like if silver went to 37, I think it's going to hit it 3 times before it punches through. But only time can tell. Don't be fearing and having this FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and buy because other people are telling you, hey, it's going to go to 200. That's not the way to buy it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please smash that like button. I really appreciate that, guys. And click on these videos on the right side of your screen. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.